week's video is going to be about my new hair extensions, or hair enhancements as I like to call them. Now, I've been struggling for probably the last couple of years with slightly thinning hair, and for me it's a hormonal thing, but for lots of people it can be through illness, you know, through cancer, through all sorts of things, people who've had alopecia. So it can be a real problem for women, and for me my hair has been it's always been a really important part of my personality. So both of my daughters have got hair extensions and they always look amazing. Now, I know I'm never going to look like that, I'm clearly a lot older, but what I'm looking for, let's call them enhancements, because I think that's what they're called for more mature women, and what I'm looking for from enhancements is not necessarily the length, although I do have quite long hair, but the volume. I like to have a bit of va-va-voom in my hair, and I was finding that I just couldn't do that more and more as it was thinning due to colouring, as I say, due to hormones, ageing, could be illness, could be all sorts of things, all sorts of ages as well. So you could have shorter hair and go to a bob. I had shoulder length hair and it was quite thin, and you can see I've just gone to below the shoulders here, but what it's done for me is absolutely thicken it out and give me this tremendous volume. So the ones that I've got in are absolutely gorgeous. They're made from real hair. I can't even tell when I touch my hair like this, I can't even tell which is my real hair and which isn't. And it's from great length. They're ethically sourced, which to me is really important. And I went to a salon in Nottingham. They've got them all over the country, but I went to one called M Hair, which is run by a lovely guy called James, who was amazing, because I was a bit nervous about going for it because you see all those really bad hair extensions and you've probably all seen them. And I didn't want anything like that. At my age, you know, you want it to look really good. So I went to James and he selected a couple of shades and was able to blend them in so that it gives more of a tonal rather than that one colour blocky feel. Although you could have that if that's what you wanted. But what I liked was that I had that choice of colours, and it means that it picks up the light in different angles. Now, the thing about great length to me, compared to all of the other ones, is the bonding. Some of the bondings on other hair extensions are really bulky and you can see them when the wind blows, and I just don't like them at all. Now, with the great lengths ones, they're a flat bonding, because I was really worried. I said to James, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to sleep at night? You know, is all this going to be digging into my head? Well, the first night's sleep was amazing. I've got quite a lot of extensions in, and I just popped my head on the pillow and didn't even notice it, and never have since then. So that was one of my concerns. The bonds are amazing, and as I say, I can still tie my hair if I want to, although I don't very much anyway, but if you're a person that did, you can, and they don't show, so that's brilliant too for me. So nobody knows. When I said to people I've got hair extensions, they were like, oh my god, you would never know. Your hair looks amazing, looks lovely, because I've always had quite thick and longish hair. So I haven't really changed in that respect, but for me, I know I've got masses more volume to play with. So it's really easy to look after. Today I've just shampooed it. I've just there's a special paddle brush that you have, which you just run through your hair, which straightens it and makes your hair really easy to brush. And then I've just blow dried it, and it feels gorgeous, and I've dried it in a straight way today, but I am going to curl it. I'm going to use, this is Tresemme's, it's their Keratin Smooth, and I just spritz that all over my hair, and then I use my Jose Eber curling one, which is the big one, and I just put big curls in. I put some hairspray on as well, and just take sections, spritz it all with hairspray, and then wind it up onto the curling one. So here I am, all lovely and curly, and I literally just va-va-voom all of this, just run your fingers through it and it relaxes, and this will last me a couple of days. I'll put a bit of hairspray on it and it gives me a lovely relaxed loose curl look, and again I've got that voluminous effect, which is what I'm looking for. So much hair here, whereas before I just got a thin amount of hair to play with. Now I've got much more to go at, so I absolutely love it. This will probably last me, these extensions, or shall we say enhancements, because some people prefer to call them that. So I think it's because extensions sometimes used to have a bad name, you know, the really cheap ones. These are top quality, probably the best there are by great lengths. And these will probably last me 3 to 4 months. And then the lovely thing about it, which I really like as well, is that when I have these taken out, James from Hair in Nottingham came up with the idea for great lengths about reusing the ones that we've all used and making them into wigs for children that suffer from cancer and alopecia. How lovely is that? Because you can imagine, for a teenager, it's bad enough losing your hair at our stage, but for a teenager to lose their hair must be absolutely awful, along with the illness that they're going through. So to me, that's a really lovely thing to it as well. So here's a picture of before I had my hair extensions done. And yeah, my hair looks lovely, but there isn't the volume there that I kind of wanted at the moment. And then you see afterwards when there is all this volume, which is just amazing. I don't think I've ever had this much volume in my life, so I really love it. And it might be that you want to just have extensions for, say, a special occasion in your life, a wedding. You want your hair to look amazing and there's no way you can with your natural hair. So you can just have these put in for a few months and see what it's like to live this different life with different hair. It might just be a bit of fun, like I say, a wacky period of your life. Anyway, for me it's made a huge difference. So I just wanted to really make this video so that it's not all about just having length. It can be about volume too as you age. And possibly as I get older, I might go shorter and into more of a bob and probably have fewer extensions, but just still have that volume too. Because to me, it makes all the difference as to how you can style your hair. And I absolutely love the feel of it. And I hope you like it too. I hope it's been really interesting for you and that maybe it's changed your mind on enhancements. That's it then, thanks for watching, and if you've liked it, give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Got salicylic acid in it and all kinds of things which basically help you